Welcome everybody to another Minecraft Bedrock Survival Let's Play episode from the Forever Bedrock SMP. Today we are starting off in our brand new storage area that we have put together in the chateau build. It is kind of our main base. We had a lot of other things going on, but this needed to be done. I have zero understanding as to why this light bulb did not go off in my mind sooner, but you see here we have a massive bulk storage area, and I totally forgot about putting shulkers at the bottom of this for the times that we're involved in a big massive build and need just shulkers upon shulkers of items. This really comes in handy for your storage areas. So if you drop shulkers in the front end and then go ahead and attach some hoppers, and you will automatically fill up shulker boxes with bulk amounts of these supplies. So when you are on a massive build, you see here all the items are feeding in. You got a massive build, you break out the shulker and you replace it with an empty one so it fills right back up for the next time. And again, have no idea why it took me so long to get to this, but we knocked it out today. So after that, we had a new area that we've been working on, a Super Chatopia village. And that is a recent development for us. The channel has recently got to the level where we are able to have super chats and memberships. And we decided to build a village for those folks. So we are going ahead and we are going to drop in a portal so that we have easy access, quick access to that area if we do not die here. Always simple jobs like this for me become so complex. But yeah, we took our coordinates down there in the overworld. We divided them out by 8. And we came in here to the nether. That is how you go ahead and link portals. If you have your overworld coordinates, you divide them by 8. You go into the nether with those coordinates. And you place your portal in, as we are doing here, and hoping and praying for no more lava. Once you do that, and you go ahead and you light your portals, you should be in pretty good shape. We're going to go ahead and light, I believe we're going to go ahead and light the overworld one first. Let's make a little bit of headroom here. I like to have portal entrances and exits have a little bit of space around them. So yeah, we will get here, we will light up our portal, and unfortunately what will happen sometimes, don't freak out on this when I was telling you about how to link things up. If you have an existing portal that's close, and you don't have the portal lit in the nether, it'll take you to the closest one. But all you need to do is head over to the portal that you just placed, light that, and when we go through here, this should take us exactly to the Super Chatopia village portal. Let's keep our fingers crossed here. And as the world generates, yes, we have made it. Portals are linked. And then the last thing left to do here is to kind of, this being our Hyperloop tunnel, I kind of want to keep the same design aesthetic, so that it doesn't really like stand out. It'll just kind of blend in here. So we are going to go ahead and we're going to go with some chiseled quartz, some quartz bricks. Probably change that one to a stair block. But then we will go ahead and we'll dig out the hallway a little bit, and we'll get that all dialed in so that we probably want to place the stair the right way, like that. That would be a little better. But yeah, we'll go ahead and make ourselves a little label here. We have especially me, have a bad habit of not necessarily labeling tunnels and portal entrances. So this one, we'll go ahead and take care of that right off the hop, so we know what it is. And then we will finish off the hallway to this portal to match our Hyperloop tunnel. And that takes care of this little project in today's video that we were working on. This next segment here, we've had an iron farm that is sat off to the side of the chateau base for almost since 1.18, almost since we moved out here. And it is always kind of a dicey, not very well put together connection between the trading hall and our base, which is in this hallway here. And we decided to go ahead and we're gonna dial this in, man. We're gonna make this look like it all belongs. So we are gonna go ahead and match the patterns for the trading hall hallway that was originally started, and we're gonna carry those all the way out here to the iron farm itself, and just make things look a little bit connected, and then kind of put this together for a build idea that I do have underneath a building idea that I have for underneath the iron farm itself for the collection setup, and just a cool little build that'll tie this down to the ground instead of floating up in the air. So what we got going here, after we did our hallway from the hall to here to this exterior part, we've got a we did a recent video on some fences and wall designs for just different areas, different styles. And we had a really cool one that involved using this setup here that we feel came out really cool, and it was kind of done in mind for this stretch here. And we're going to just kind of speed through this build here. It just basically involves some cobblestone wall, some spruce, and then we're going to go ahead and hit this with some plants. Basically, we're going to take clay pots, and we're going to put a bamboo in there with an azalea leaf on the top. Looks like a cool little mini tree. And then we got the top that we put in with all campfires. So it's just a little covered walkway thing, and here we see it in its completion. Pretty cool little walkway, covered walkway from the main tunnel to the trading hall out to the iron farm here. And actually put in gates there on the side in case a lot of us like to fly into this actual bridge type area, this before I made it a covered walkway. So with the gates, we'll still be able to get in and out and take off and head off to wherever we want, or land on the side and get into the iron farm. After that, we were off to the 1.18 town. And recently we had the Ghostbusters fire station that we put in. We did kind of a Hill Street Blues police station. We did Moe's Tavern from The Simpsons. And right there you see is a cattleman's restaurant. But I thought to myself, what else could a town possibly need? And that is a White Castle. So we went ahead and we designed ourselves an amazing White Castle build that we are going to go ahead and put in here. We are going to, our first layer there is just a kind of row of red brick to outline the foundation. And then obviously with a White Castle, we're going to be using a lot of white blocks here. And we, of course, chose quartz just because it's one of the more flexible kind of blocks for these kinds of builds. I always like this. Diorite works in some instances, but for like a building like that, or like this one for a White Castle, the white quartz brick looks really cool. The next was the blue powdered concrete, which kind of gives you that iconic blue stripe that all the White Castle restaurants have. And then we're going to go ahead with the White Castle crenellations, as specific as they were in their building design for a castle to have the crenellations as part of their restaurant style. And then one of the other more iconic things that makes White Castles immediately recognizable is the blue and white awnings over the windows. We're going to go ahead and get those in. And this White Castle restaurant is starting to come together pretty good here. And besides, it's White Castle, so... next was the floor, and we kind of came up with the idea of using the beehives. I really like the pattern of that. Came out really good to do that as the floor design. And then one of the last things to do, the White Castle building and the tower part has like a kind of a White Castle box hamburger. That was impossible to do. It was kind of a blue and white and gold kind of a design to it, and just with the space we had available, it was too hard to put something together. So we went ahead with the gold crown shape there, which kind of does mimic it the best we could. And then last steps before we could get the sliders White Castle restaurant open is to get in some seating here. I'm going to try and keep it the booth style seating that most White Castle restaurants have inside. Uh, I know I probably shouldn't be calling it a restaurant, should I? Fast food places? But anyway, we're going to go with the booth seating just like they do. And get that all together. And then one of the kind of last finishing touches will be trying to get in the little windows for where the workers are behind. We should get that after this last set here of seating. We will go ahead with some birch trap doors. And this is kind of just going to represent the little window where you pick up and order your food from, where the workers are behind. And in another episode, we'll probably put in like some grill and kitchen, tools, whatever you want to say, in the back room there. But with this being all together, I think we are in pretty good shape, almost ready to open the Forever Bedrock White Castle. The only thing we are missing is a drive-through, which we actually did on a live stream the other day with Joe Nathan helping us out. So everybody, I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, share the video with your friends, and we will see you next time.